Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to be talking about basically how to approach the unit exam. So when we have all types of nomenclature all mixed together on one page. And I've noticed that even those of you who know exactly what you're doing, who are rock stars, who've gotten, A's on all the individual quizzes, you guys are still making mistakes. And it's because I think you're going too fast. You're confident in your individual rules. But when we, mix everything together, you really need to take your time and slow down and think about what you're doing. So I'm going to start first with writing the formula, because writing the formulas is the easiest thing to do, regardless of what the type is. So if we have an ionic compound, oh, that's super delayed. If we have an ionic compound, then all we need to do is symbols, charges, crisscross. Okay, that's really annoying. So for example, here I have iron. Iron's a metal, so I know it's ionic. So I'm going to do symbols, charges, crisscross. Iron is Fe. Cyanide is Cn. If I look right here, boom, 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 that's the charge of iron, so that's a +3. Cyanide, if I look at the back of our Pretty Purple periodic table in class, that's a -1, and then I crisscross those down. I need this 3 to tell me that there's 3 cyanides, so I'm going to have to put those in parentheses. Fe, Cn, and 3 on the outside. Symbols, charges, crisscross. Easy as that. And then if we have covalent, I'm always going to basically make the subscript whatever the prefix is. So prefix tells you the subscript. For example, here we have phosphorus tribromide. So phosphorus is P. If there's no prefix, then there's only one of them. Bromine is Br, and he has tri in front of him. So that means tribromide is 3 bromine atoms. And that's it. So again, that's super duper easy. So let's focus more on this side. You are going to be looking for 4 types. Writing the name is different for every single type that we've done. Start with ionic. Type 1. All we do is name it. So name the metal, name the nonmetal, change it to IDE, or name the polyatomic ions. So this first one here, he's a type 1 because I know the charge of potassium, and it's potassium dichromate. P-O-T-A, di. Okay, so type 1, you just name it. Type 2. Type 2, if we don't know the charge of the metal, has to have Roman numerals in the name. Whew. So looking at number 3, copper, I do not know his charge. So there must be Roman numerals in the name. So I'm going to put copper, and then nitrite. And then I need to figure out the charge. So remember, to figure out the charge, we do the anion charge. So NO2 is a -1, and there's 2 of them. So the total is -2. If there's only 1 copper right here, then the copper charge must be +2 to cancel that out. If I'm going too fast with the, individual rules, you can go back and watch the, like the specifically type 2 video. But again, this is just to help slow you down and make sure that you're taking the time to look at that first piece of the puzzle. And that is the only way you're going to be successful here on this unit exam. Okay, so type 1, type 2, then we have covalent. And in the name of covalent compounds, we always have the Greek prefixes. So right here, I see a nonmetal. If I see a nonmetal and no other metals and no polyatomic ions, it has to be covalent. So I'm going to use my prefixes, and we have a couple special rules. So if you need to refresh your memory on those, you can watch that video. But again, I'm going to have nitrogen, and then dioxide. Finally, the last type that we have are acids. And we know it's an acid if we see hydrogen first in the formula. And here at number, oh gosh, what happened? Here at number 12, I don't know how it went from 5 to 12, so that's peculiar. Here I see a hydrogen first, and so I use my memory because I am a good student and I studied my 6 acids, 6 little simple acids. And so I know that H2SO4 is sulfuric acid. If you don't have those memorized, then you are walking into the exam saying, okay, self, I'm okay with getting 6 questions wrong out of 50. And if you're okay with that, then that's great. But if not, then you should study them. And it's as simple as that, sulfuric acid. Okay. So that's it. You need to take your time. You need to slow down. And I know I'm talking real fast, so it sounds like that's a ridiculous thing to suggest. But if you can do that and you can ask yourself, what type is it? Every single time you get to a question, sure, it's going to take longer, but you're going to get them right. And I think that getting answers correct is more important than finishing first, right? What else did I want to go over here? I think that that's it. Honestly, like it's all going to focus around this stuff right here. You need to take your time and, ask yourself what you're looking at, what you're dealing with. And if you can remember, type 1, name it. Type 2, Roman numerals, covalent, prefixes, acid, hydrogen first. Then you're good. I hope that helps. Good luck and have fun.